I can tell you from my own personal experience, I was born in a town which is in the foothill of the Himalayas, about 6,000 to 7,000 feet high, a beautiful place called Nainital, which has a lake surrounded by a number of, surrounded by hills on all sides, and a number of very beautiful spots all in the vicinity. Now, I've seen the massive reduction in forest cover that has taken place not only on the hills and mountains in this area, but particularly in the foothills. And that's been largely the result of an expanding population and the need for agricultural land. We also know that there are problems, there are implications that relate to wildlife as well. And if I can go back to the anecdote that I was trying to relate to you, this area where I was born and where I spent a good part of my childhood was abundant with wildlife of various kinds, including tigers, the numbers of which have gone down very rapidly. Well, the issue at stake is that when you affect forest cover, in a sense, there's an entire chain of ecosystems which get affected. And this includes both animals as well as other plants that clearly thrive under rich forestry conditions. We also know that if you look at some specific locations in the Asia-Pacific region, particularly high mountains, they are particularly fragile. And the implications of deforestation or damage to forest cover in these locations are felt not only in those locations, but also downstream. In the case of the Himalayan range, for instance, we know for a fact that with deforestation and the thinning of forest cover, there's been a major impact in terms of the ability of these mountains to sustain and regenerate water supply. As a result, therefore, a large number of streams which were prevalent and which could be seen all over this location have dried up. And therefore, as a result, this has implications for flow in the water that emanates and originates in these areas. All of this, of course, is also affected by the melting of glaciers in several parts of the high mountains in Asia.